Welcome to the Labour Force. I am Bongeni Muchwa. We are coming to you live from outside the offices of the National Department of Transport, where members of the South African Transport Workers Union have marched here to hand over a memorandum of demands to the National Minister of Transport, Mr. Fikile Mbalula. We understand, though, that Mr. Mbalula could not be available to accept the memorandum, and the Minister of Labour, Mr. Julius Nxesi, will take his place and accept the memorandum on his behalf. Right now I'm joined by the General Secretary of SATAU, Mr. Jack Masibugo, to tell us more about what their demands are exactly. Mr. Masibugo, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Today we meet here, you are marching with your members. Tell us, what are you demanding?
Thank you very much for having SATAU. Firstly, we want to raise our disappointment with regard to unavailability of Minister of Transport, despite the fact that we have sent him a letter inviting him to come and take our memorandum. The reason why SATAU is marching today is because of our concern that we have in the manner in which Department of Transport is operating and the privatization within the industry itself. We have analyzed the transport sector in South Africa, and we have realized that since from 2018, this department is retrenching workers, massively so. This department is embarking on a privatization of state-owned entities without securing security of the employees. That is why we are here today to raise a concern, to tell the departments to say they must stop to privatize the state-owned entities, and they must work towards creating job employment other than sharing the jobs.
Which state-owned entities are you referring to? Are you talking about PRASA and which else?
We are talking about the South African SAA, we are talking about PRASA, we are talking about Transnet. Let's talk about SAA. Not long ago, SAA have just retrenched a massive number of workers, and we're not happy about that process. As we speak today, PRASA hasn't been in operation. The employee has stayed home for almost 2 years, and they are paying on monthly basis without being productive. We know what will be the response of the state in that. They will be saying there's a crisis, employees must be retrenched. Transnet, we have learned now, the government want to privatize NTPA to a private sector, which we know at the end of the day, employees will be retrenched. So we are saying that must stop with immediate effect.
Of course, we've seen you recently march to PRASA complaining about the goings-on at the state bus company Autopex as well. Have you had any response from Minister Mbalula or the management of PRASA with regards to that?
Those are one of the reasons we are here. Last time our province, Gauteng, have marched to the minister raising a concern about non-payment of employees of Autopex and non-functionality of PRASA. Since the minister promised to look at our issues and come back to us, he did not come back to us. As we speak now, the employees of Autopex hasn't been paid. And as SATAU, we want to make commitment to the minister that if he's not responding positively, we'll continue marching, we'll continue making sit-in in his offices up until the concerns of the workers are being addressed.
You also raise an issue about the National Transport Framework, that it doesn't address issues relating to public transport in the country. Please explain.
If you look at the national framework that has been presented, quite honestly, it does not address the interest of the working class, particularly the poor of the poorest. If you continue to privatize the transport sector, it means we are putting unnecessary burden to those who are earning a low salaries and to those who are not employing, who are not working. We are also saying the taxi industry need to be given a priority. We want the state to intervene on the taxi industry because it is one of the industry that is playing a pivotal role in transporting large number of commuters. Therefore, it cannot be correct that this is the only sector that is not subsidized by government.
Mr. Masibugo, I really thank you for your time. And of course now we will await the Minister of Labour, whom we are told is the one who's going to come and help to receive a memorandum. I will release you to be able to finish your business and hand over a memorandum to the Minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, there you have it. As you can see, the workers are all here. They are displaying placards, of course. Most of the placards are talking about privatization, that they are against privatization in the transport sector. That's how we leave it. It's back to you.